Hello and welcome to Die Rolling. The year is whatever year Vietnam was, and we are going to be going to Vietnam to try to save the colonel whose helicopter has crashed in Vietnam. Now, what our squad of soldiers don't quite realize is actually where he's crashed, it is infested with werewolves. So yes, this is a Vietnam game with werewolves. If that does not inspire you to want to check out the rest of this video, then turn off and go watch something else. But most people, Vietnam, werewolves, they're in. So here is Full Moon Jacket. So here we are for Full Moon Jacket. Now I have pre-set up this with the objective points on here, but trust me when I say I have randomized these. I have literally no idea where the colonel is. And that's our plan. We've got to find the colonel, and he's crashed in his helicopter there, and he could have moved to any of these positions, and our team of unlikely heroes are going to try and find him. So I've set this up by putting the randomized tokens. I've set up an event deck, and the event deck essentially consists of nine kind of dust cards, 9 night cards, and a get to the chopper card. When the get to the chopper card appears, we'll know where the helicopter is going to arrive, and then that's going to be our exit point. But we've got to survive all of the events to be able to do this. We've got a supply deck, we've got a crafted item deck, and a scavenge deck. And I've put all the tokens into these neat little pots, so it should be fairly easy to do. We're going to just position our two teams. So our teams, we're going to split up. We're going to have the Sarge leading one and the Survivor leading another one. I think it makes sense thematically to have these guys together and these ladies together. So we'll see which team, man or woman, fares best. So let's roll the dice to see where Team A are going to drop. So northeast on 4. So 4 is currently this one here. So that's actually in this location here. So that worked out pretty well. Unless it's a... unless that isn't the... If that's the colonel on the first turn, then that is ridiculous. It could be a werewolf though. And the other team are on 2 north. So they're coming, and they can't quite all fit on 2 north. So 2 north being a river tile. So we're going to put the gunner just there. So that's the position of our army guys. We then have to draw an event card. And we're playing on the survival mode. So survival mode has some scavenging elements in it. So our first thing, it is dusk. There are no spawns, there's no supply. There's 1 wolf at any spawn points, we don't have any, and their toughness is 4. So it needs 4 damage to be able to kill a werewolf. Now let's talk about my crew before we descend any further. So I'm going to go through each one of these guys, starting with the demolitions guy. So he's got, each of them have a passive ability. They have a one-shot ability, which you can use once in the game, and then a scavenge ability. So his passive, when you draw a card from the supply deck, you may instead take a grenades card. One-shot fire in the hole, you can remove up to 3 werewolf spawn counters from your hex and adjacent hexes, and scavenge craft an ID item costs 1 less card. And he starts with an assault rifle, and the weapons in this basically mean that's how much ammo it takes to shoot, and that's how many dice you're going to be rolling. 6 combo. So a combo means roll another attack die for each attack roll result of 6. So basically, the dice explodes on a 6. That's the terminology you use here. So if you roll a 6, you'd roll another dice, and if that got a 6, you'd roll another dice, and you keep going. So that's pretty cool. Everyone apart from the gunner starts with 10 ammo. So hopefully we'll be able to keep finding more ammo with supply drops. He also has claymores. When a werewolf moves into the circle occupied by the claymore, immediately end its movement. At the end of the phase, remove the trap and any model in its hex. Roll a 2d attack for each of the 3 facing hexes and injure any characters in those hexes. And what's that referring to is this, our claymore thing. So if we place this here, werewolf goes on there, they're going to blow up, and each of these areas here are also going to take some damage. So that's our demolitions guy. We might as well go through the guys first. So we have the Sergeant. He's got a shotgun and a handgun. Passive ability, other characters in your hex reduce the ammo cost by 1 to the minimum of 1. He's got a fire at will ability. This turn all characters in your hex may fire twice. And then scavenge does not discard tool cards when crafting. He's got a handgun. 1 bullet, 1 dice, 6 combo. And shotgun. So point blank. Perhaps if I have the page open to all these. So point blank means you may re-roll your attack dice against targets in your hex and adjacent hexes. Okay, next we've got the communications guy. So his passive is when you roll the location for a supply, you may re-roll the location and or compass die. One shot incoming. This is pretty cool. Draw a straight line from an adjacent hex to the edge of the map. Make a 4D attack against each hex along that line. Then injure any characters and remove any traps or supply crates within them. Scavenge, you can choose to take a tools card from a bridge hex. So that's Alpha Team, led by the Sergeant. And their little colours there represent which characters they are as well. So Demolition's in red, Sarge in blue, and our communications guy in orange. Aren't you glad I told you that? Next we have Team Bravo. So heading up Team Bravo is the Survivor. When attacking with a bow, add either Blast, Incendiary, or Combo ability to your attack. So Blast makes you also make a single attack die roll against each hex adjacent to the target hex. The Incendiary, add 1 to the result of each of your attack die. Or Combo, that's why the dice explode. She has the ability to Tunnel Wrap, remove this character from the hex and reappear in any hex at the start of the next event card phase. They only have 1 action for that turn. And the Scavenge, at the start of the game, take the 3 top Scavenge cards from the deck. So we'll do that now. So she finds a tools, she finds another tools, and she finds a wood. So each character has a hand limit of 6, so she's currently got 5 in her hand. She's got grenades, the bow, and the 2 tools and the wood. And we also have a little kind of cheat sheet here to tell us what she could build with those things. At the moment, there is nothing she can build with just tools and wood, but she might be able to trade with other people. So she also has some grenades. So she discards and basically rolls 3 dice. Throw means you can only attack targets within 2 hexes. Lob, ignore all terrain to draw line of sight. And Blast makes a single attack die roll against each hex adjacent to the target one. So that's pretty good. And her bow takes 0 ammo. And yeah, it's 1 dice, point blank, so she can re-roll in her own and adjacent spaces. Next we have the Medic. And Craig from Lighthouse Games, he chose this character to remain. So it says Echo Team on them. And in fact, they're all Echo Team, but I'm calling these guys Bravo Team because this is the second part of Echo Team. Who knows? So anyway, passive, moving injured characters cost 0 actions. Normally it costs an action, so that's pretty handy. 1 shot, stay with me. If a character would be removed from your or an adjacent hex, they instead stay injured. And Scavenge, crafting a tourniquet. Item costs 1 less cloth card. Now, what's pretty cool about her is, well, when characters die, they die. They're out the game, but it doesn't end the game. So it's pretty good. We've got some assistance there. Submachine gun, so 1 dice and 1 dice, or we can spend 3 ammo to roll 3 dice. So that's what the little number in brackets means. Rapid fire here means you may choose from several attacking options, which is the volley, which is in the brackets there, and point blank, so you get to re-roll on the same or adjacent hexes. Medikit, discard this card, turn an injured character in your hex or an adjacent hex back to healthy. Because they only have 2 hit points, guys. They have their initial hit point, and then they have 1 more hit, and then they're gone. So, last but not least, is our gunner. So, she has a machine gun and a dagger. She can carry 5 more ammo than other players. She can do a special attack where, when she fires a rapid fire weapon, fire its full volley without using any ammo, and trading 3 ammo tokens for a chemicals card and metal card. A dagger, 0 to attack. So, sorry, 0 ammo, 1 dice, melee. So you can only attack targets in your hex and adjacent hexes, and it's got the exploding dice on it. And her machine gun is normally rolling 3 dice and it costs 3 ammo, but she can do a volley using rapid fire, 5 ammo for 5 dice. Okay, that's all of our guys. Now, to kill werewolves in this game, it's worth noting that whatever the toughness value on the current dusk card is how much it costs to actually kill one. Now, these dice all add up. Rather than saying, right, this 6 takes out a 4, this is actually worth 7. So if this toughness was 3, I could actually take out 2 werewolves with this one shot. So it's worth remembering that for this game. So we've got to locate the kernel, we've got to work as a team to find which objective token is the kernel, we've got to defend by any means necessary the kernel, he must survive the relentless hordes of werewolves, and we've got to extract the kernel. The Get to the Chopper event card will show the exact hex to move the kernel into for extraction. If the kernel is killed before the last event card can be revealed, or the kernel is not present in the extraction hex, at the end of the game, it is game over, and the players lose the game. So we're going to start with these guys, because they're already in a place with thing, and there's a supply here, so we've got a supply of 2. And we're going to have the sergeant begin, so he's going to start by resupplying. So we're going to use one of those, and he gets +2 ammo. That's a free action to do that. And then he's going to move, one action to move there. And then we're going to move into these trees here, and we reveal the kernel. So that was really easy. We found the kernel. So he limped all the way over to the trees. That was a great first kind of turn there, which means this could be a werewolf or a supply. So, why did I remove that supply dice? So we're going to get our communications guy to activate now. He is going to use the last supply there. So he finds 4 ammo. He's then going to move 2 spaces. And we find a supply 1. This is a really handy little zone here. Once again, I did randomize these in case you think I am cheating. Alright, so then our demolitions guy is going to go in there. He's going to take this, and he finds ammo 4. Well shuffled, Adam. Okay, on to our Bravo team. So we're going to activate the survivor first. She is going to move 1, 2, and we have our first werewolf. Okay, so we're going to get our medic's actually the other side of the river, so she is in a bit of a poor position there. So we're going to get her 1, 2 to move into there, and we're going to get the gunner to get up close and personal for when this werewolf activates. So that's the end of my character's turn. They can move, they can use items, they can craft items, they can carry injured characters, they can scavenge. But yeah, that's the end of their go. So we're now on to the werewolves' move. So the werewolves are going to move to the most crowded area. However, there's no need, because he's already in the area he needs to be. So next, the characters attack. So we're going to start with the survivor, because it doesn't cost any ammo to do this, and she's got point blank with her weapon. So we're going to do incendiary on this, which basically means we get a +1 to our attack rolls. And she got a 3. Now, because it is point blank, it means we get to re-roll this. And it's even worse. So she misses with both of those. So our gunner's turn. Our gunner is spending 3 ammo to use her machine gun. And yeah, it's a bit of overkill, but yeah, she absolutely mows this guy down. The werewolf is no more. And that's the end of the first night. So the first dusk card even. So we survived that. That was pretty good. But next we have a spawn card. So this is where things start getting interesting. So we're going to spawn the spawn. So it's 6 north. 6 north is actually where the helicopter crashed. So thematically, I guess they've kind of gone up there sniffing around because they had a crash. So we have a werewolf spawn point up there. There's no supply this time, but we do have 1 wolf. So we're going to bring this guy back out. And he has a toughness of 4. So at this point, my guy should basically just be trying to get the kernel in a secure position, and then also just kind of scavenge, start crafting traps and things, just to kind of hold off against this oncoming werewolf menace. Okay, so we're going to start off with the guys again. So we're going to do a scavenge with our sergeant, and he finds some wood. So scavengers take 2 actions to do, so that's the end of his go. We're going to do the same for the other 2. So we're going to get the comms guy. He's going to scavenge. He finds some tools. And our demolitions guy finds a bit of rope. Now between them, they should be able to do something. So we could make a bow with the wood and the rope. We haven't quite got enough for anything else though. So that's the end of Alpha team there. we're going to get our medic to start running up towards the colonel, because normally it takes 2 actions to move an injured character, but it takes us 0 actions to move, so that's pretty handy. We're going to then get scavenging for both those. So metal for the survivor. The gunner finds metal as well. Now, werewolf-wise, this is fairly simple. There are no werewolves to move. We then attack with our characters. There's nothing to attack. Werewolves then attack. There's no werewolves to attack us. So we reveal an event card. And we have Dusk. Oh, wait, what am I talking about? We do have a werewolf. So it moves 2 hexes towards the busiest space. And the busiest closest space is going to be either this one or this one. We're going to make them go there because we're going to make it as hard for us as possible. So they move 2 hexes. They're running down. So now we could attack if we wanted to, but we're not really able to do that because we haven't got line of sight on him. So we then go to the next phase. So we've got another spawn, no supplies, no more wolves, but the wolf's toughness is currently 4. So let's find out where the spawn point is going. So it's 6 northwest. So they're all coming from up here at the moment. So our sergeant's just going to scavenge again. He finds some chemicals. We're going to get our comms guy to scavenge. He finds some chemicals as well. Guess what? Our demolition guy is going to scavenge. Probably the same. Oh, sorry. That was not the scavenge deck. So he finds some chemicals as well. Now he just needs a tools and a mechanical piece, and he can craft a Molotov because he does it for 1 extra. So we're going to have her activate. She's going to move into there for her first action, and that'll be the end of her go rate. Well, no, she can move. She'll move with the colonel, so she can move the colonel over here. Next, we're going to get our survivor to move up 2, and we're going to get our gunner to also move up 2. The werewolves are then going to move. The werewolf in this case, he's gaining. Now we don't actually have line of sight on him because we only have line of sight into this tree line here. We don't actually see past that. So this guy's kind of sneaking up on us. We get another event come out. So no spawns, but we do have a supply, and we're also going to be adding 2 werewolves to the board, each of a toughness of 4. So supplies, fairly easy. We roll 3 dice. So 4 northwest, which works out pretty well. So there's 3 supplies in that building there. And we're not going to change that. We're happy with that. So Sergeant's going to move into this space, and then he's going to freely trade. He's going to give the chemicals over to the demolitions guy. So the demolition guy has currently got 2 chemicals and a rope. So to make a Molotov, he's going to need, an IED, he's going to need tools, and he's going to need a mechanical piece. So our comms guy is going to go next. He's going to trade the tools for the rope that the demolition guy has. So that's a free action. He's then going to resupply and finds an 8 ammo card. And we'll move this down to 2. And then he's going to move out here ready to face this this werewolf. I also forgot to add 2 werewolves at the top there for the spawn that happened. Okay, so our demolitions guy is going to activate. Now, his special ability is he doesn't need to have all of the cards to create an IED. So he's got 1 less here. So he's going to get rid of these 3 items. And he's going to replace those 3 items with an IED. Discard this card, remove a werewolf spawn token in your hex or an adjacent hex. And then he's going to move into this space here. Okay, so our medic is going to move 1, 2. So she's in this room with the colonel, trying to protect him. Our survivor is going to move 1, 2. And our gunner is going to move 1, 2. Okay, so the werewolves move now. So this werewolf moves into this place there. And then these werewolves run up from behind. Okay, so we've got our first, we've got our second attack with a werewolf now. So we're going to start with the comms guy, and he's going to use his assault rifle. The assault rifle takes 2 ammo to shoot with, which we like. So we've got 11 points. That easily takes out this werewolf. Nobody else needs to attack because we don't physically have line of sight on those characters there. So yeah, that's the end of this round. Dusk again, we've got one more spawn point. Things are going to start ramping up now, guys. So 2 northeast. So that's literally right behind them here. We spawn 1 wolf on each spawn point. No, we don't. Sorry, I was looking at the last card. So we had 1 spawn. We've got 1 supply to resolve, but 2 wolves are coming on every spawn point. So this actually is going to ramp up pretty quick. So we've got quite a few up there, and they're all coming down to get to our team there. We got supply to roll. Oh, sorry, let's do it on camera. So 3 south. So 3 is just over here on this bridge. So south is there. So there's 5 supply in that area. All the wolves have toughness 4 this time. Okay, so we're going to activate our comms guy first. He's going to move over there. We're going to use his special ability where we draw a line from an adjacent hex and we draw a straight line and make a 4D attack against each hex along that line, then injure any character and remove any traps or supply crates within them. I was hoping that would take out the spawn points, but no. So this guy, we're rolling to see if we damage them. Yep, so we've taken out this wolf. This next one over here. So we've got those 4s, we'll take care of both of those guys. And then those 4s will take care of both of those guys. But we also do get rid of... No, we don't get rid of the special thing up there, though. I was worried we had to get rid of that then, but we don't have to. So that was the comms guy's turn. Demolition guy is going to move into this space here. And he's going to use his IED to take out this, this spawn point. Okay, Sarge is going to move 2 spaces into this space down here. Our medic's going to activate and she's going to take these 2 supplies. So she finds some remote TNT and some ammo. She's then going to move out here and into this space. We're gonna get them to move into this space here, and Survivor is also going to move into that space. Okay, so the werewolves move. So these werewolves obviously going towards the most crowded space, just have to move 1 space, and this guy is going to be in there. Next, the characters attack. Now, anyone on this space is going to be rolling 1 less ammo because, spending 1 less ammo anyway because of our guy there. So we're going to get the, why not? The medic's going to go. So the medic is going to be spending 1 of her ammo to try and shoot with her submachine gun. Got point blank so she can re-roll. Oh, helps if I roll the right dice. Gonna re-roll. We've got a 6, so the medic kills off 1 of those werewolves. Right, next we've got the demolition guy, and he only has to spend 1 ammo because he's on the same space as the sergeant, and he's rolling 2 dice. And that is 4, so he takes out this werewolf. Next, we have the survivor. She's going to go because it only costs her 0 ammo to use her bow, and we're going to say incendiary, so we're going to add a +1 to this. So that is 4. Boom! Another werewolf gone. And that's the end of that particular Dusk session. So we draw another event card, and this time we get 1 spawn, 1 supply, 1 wolf on every spawn that's out there, and 4 toughness each. So our werewolf spawn is on 4 south, so this is coming just here. Adding a werewolf to each spawn point. So there's 3 spawn points in the game currently. We have our supply roll. So 2 southeast. That supply drop has landed in the forest, in the jungles. Toughness of 4 for everybody this round. Okay, it's looking pretty good. I don't know why the colonel's moved. It's looking pretty good. We should know where the chopper is fairly soon. We've got through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dusk. We've got another 3 before it will show up. So we just have to try and keep on top of everything. So Sergeant is going to do a scavenge. He finds some cloth. He's currently got a wood and a cloth, which on its own doesn't do anything. But he's going to do a free trade to go get the remote TNT. And he's going to discard this card to remove a werewolf spawn counter from a hex or an adjacent hex. And he's going to get rid of that spawn. So the remote TNT has helped us out there, guys. Nope, that hasn't happened because he's had 1 action. Sorry, it's 2 actions to do a scavenge. He didn't have anything else to do. Right, it's the demolitions guy. He's going to trade with the medic. And he's going to grab the remote TNT and use that straight away to get rid of this spawn point. And then he's going to just stay where he is. We've got the comms guy. The comms guy, he's going to just move back over here. Our survivor is going to... She's got a ton of stuff, but nothing she can really do with it. So she's going to move into this space with your man. And she's going to trade. So between them, they've got all of these cards, which we should be able to do stuff with these. So let's have a quick look to see what we can craft. We can make a grenade trap. So she's going to hold on to the rope, the chemicals, and the tools, whilst the comms guy, she's got a metal as well. The comms guy's got a wood and the tools. So she's going to spend 1 action to craft a grenade trap. Grenade trap. When a werewolf moves into the hex occupied by the grenade trap, immediately end its movement. At the end of the phase, remove the trap and roll a 3d attack for the hex and 1d to all adjacent hexes. So that's going to be pretty handy when we have it. And this one has a little token which we've got to place on the board for. So I feel like we should probably start setting up these traps. The gunner, she's going to take a full turn scavenging. And she finds some more metal. That's everyone's go, I believe. The medic, yeah, she blew stuff up, or she traded. Maybe the medic hasn't gone, but I don't actually need her to move anywhere. I'm quite happy where everyone is. So the werewolf is going to move into this space. These guys are going to move 2 spaces down. And now this werewolf is going to be attacked. Now, our demolitions is going to go first this time. He's rolling 2 dice, but only spending 1 ammo because he's on the same space as our sergeant. 7, that's enough to kill it. Okay, the werewolves can't attack because they're not in the same space as anyone, so that's the end of this round. We go on to the next round. So, no spawns, 1 supply, but we're going to have 2 wolves everywhere. Where is our supply going? 5 northwest, which is all the way up there. And yeah, this is what the board's looking like now. Got a toughness of 4 again. Okay, our sergeant is going to scavenge. He finds some wood. He's got 2 bits of wood and a cloth. Our demolitions is going to go next. He is going to do a scavenge. He finds some tools. He's going to trade that for the cloth with the sergeant. So the sergeant has enough now to make himself a punji trap. And he never discards tools when he's crafting, so that's pretty handy. So our comms guy, he's got tools and a wood. He's going to move into this place with the gunner. And he's going to give a wood to the gunner. Right, the medic, so she's going to do a scavenge. Find some metal. The survivor is going to move into this space here. And yeah, the gunner can't really do much. So that, yeah, we're just going to leave it there. That's going to be the end of the go. These guys move in. Okay, and we've got a werewolf in here. So they can attack the same hex or an adjacent one. So we're going to get our survivor. She's going to do an incendiary roll against this guy here. 6, so yeah, that takes that guy out. Our gunner is going to spend, let's go our communications next. So he's spending 2 ammo to roll 2 dice with his assault rifle. Yeah, he takes out that one. So no one's getting injured this round. Our next supply, so we've got 1 more spawn, 1 more supply, and 4 toughness. And when I said supply, I meant our next event card. So our next spawn point lands on 3 north. We have our supply. So number 3 south. So we already have one in number 3 south. So we're going to just roll that again. Number 4 southwest. So we don't get any more wolves come out this round though. Our sergeant's going to go first. He's going to craft a punji trap. He only gets rid of his 2 wood. There's one of these things. So he's now got one of these to place down. And when a werewolf moves into the hex occupied by the punji trap, remove the model. The trap remains. Each turn werewolves end their movement in this hex, make a 1d attack against the hex. So it looks like the first time it happens, we do 1 damage. And then from after that, it's going to be doing it each time. At least that's how I see it. So I'm going to move him back this way. Our demolitions guy is going to move into there. He's going to trade to get that punji trap, and then he's going to place that punji trap down. A comms guy is going to do a scavenge. He finds some cloth. So he's got the tools and a cloth. Next, our medic. She's going to use that supply that's currently with her. She's going to get rid of 2 of those. She finds a backpack. When you use place on character card, a character carrying a backpack can carry an additional 3 cards, and she found a sniper rifle. Nice. So with the sniper rifle, you basically get a headshot, which basically means if you don't roll a 1, you hit them. So there's this cool dice in here, which is essentially that. So I'm going to use that whenever I'm using that for her. And as she's got a backpack now, do you know what? I'm just going to use that last free action just to get rid of that supply. And she's found an assault rifle. So resupplying is free. So she's going to move 1 space there. Our gunner, she's got 2 metal and a wood. She's going to move into this space here. And she's going to give the metal and the wood to the sergeant. So she's just got a metal left. And the survivor is going to stay where she is, but she's going to do a scavenge as well. She finds some wood. Okay, so our werewolves move. Right, so we're going to have to use these guys to attack these guys and these guys to attack those guys. Otherwise, these guys are in a lot of pain. So our sergeant is going to get our demolitions to fire first into this area here. Only cost the sergeant 1 bullet. So we got 7. Because we've got 6 as a combo, so we get to re-roll again. So that actually takes out both those guys with his assault rifle. Next, the survivor's going to go into there, and she's going to attack with her bow. And we've got incendiary on this. So that's 3. It's point blank. We can roll again. She fails. Oh, it's up to our comms guy. Our comms guy's got 2 dice. Spent an ammo to do this. 7. We needed 8. But the great thing is, the assault rifle has a D6 combo, so we get to re-roll when we get to roll an extra dice. We've done it. We killed off both those guys. That was close. So now I've kind of cleared the board. I'm thinking I can probably set up a trap here and then move these guys and kind of keep these guys around this position. We've got this punji trap there, kind of helping us when we've got anyone coming in here to try and get the colonel. So I feel like they've pretty much got this. We'll be spawning 1 wolf everywhere, which is only 3 spawn points at the moment. So this is fairly manageable at the moment. Alex wouldn't believe me playing this, that it's currently manageable because it soon ramped up when we were playing the other day. Okay, so that was a fairly easy one there. We're going to put down the... I don't feel like we need to use the grenade trap yet, or any of our traps really. So what we're going to do is we're going to move our medic into this place here. Oh no, she's got a sniper rifle. We move our comms guy is going to move into there, and our survivor is going to stay there, and we're just going to wait for these guys to come to us. So next round they're going to be on us, but we've got to get to the chopper. Okay, where is the chopper? 1 northeast. So we're talking about this little place there. That's where the helicopter's going to be coming. We've got another 9 rounds to get through this. And we reveal the next event card, which is night. So this is where things get tougher. The wolves are tougher. We have a new spawn point coming on the board. 2 northwest, which is just this side of the river there. So we have another spawn point added. Okay, we're getting 1 wolf on each spawn point. So we got another 3 wolves coming in. Right, 4 wolves in total coming in here. So we've got quite a few wolves, and we have to get our man, the Colonel, into this zone by the end of this play. So I think we're going to go this way around, maybe. So our medic's going to move in here for 1. She's then going to move the Colonel with her back this way. Oh, we can't do that yet because there's not enough spaces on here. So forget I did that. We're going to get the gunner to go first. So she's going to move 1 space back this way. We're then going to get her to move here for 1, move here for 2. We're then going to get the demolitions to move back 1. We're going to get our Sarge to move back 1. Our comms to move there. And we're going to take 2 actions to move the Colonel back with the survivor. Okay, so the werewolves move. So we're going to start over here. Right on them through the trees. Now, one of them lands in the punchy trap. So when a werewolf moves into the hex occupied by the punchy trap, remove the model, the trap remains. Each turn werewolves end their movement in this hex. A 1d attack is made against them. So this guy's dead, and then we have to roll a 1d6 against him. Nope, too tough. Okay, so our survivor's going to go first and try and take out this guy. She's using incendiary, so we get a +1 to this. 6, so yeah, I'll do it. We need 5s to kill them now. Right, we're going to get the demolitions guy to shoot into this space here. Costs 1 ammo to do this. Drawing 2 dice, and that's enough to kill that werewolf. Right, next we're going to get the gunner. She can draw a line of sight on there. She's going to use a volley. So we're using 4 bullets because we're in the same space as this guy, and we're rolling 5 dice. So 2 5s there, that's enough to take out these guys. Right, so that's the end of the first night. Next, we've got another spawn, a wolf on every spawn, and their toughness is 5. So 2 south, 1 wolf on all the spawn points. So we've got 5 wolves coming into play this round. So our medic's going to go 1, 2. We're going to move our demolitions guy there. We use our Sarge is going to move there. We're going to use the grenade trap later. We're going to move the survivor there. Our comms guy's there. And our medic is there. So werewolves come in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're clever, so they're going to go this way. I like the idea that they're smart enemies, so they're not going to fall for that trap. Okay, so we're going to have the survivor first. She's going to attack there. So we get a reroll with this, and we're going for incendiary. We got a 6, so yeah, it takes that guy out. No bother. Okay, next we're going to get the demolitions guy. He's using an assault rifle, only costs 1. Oh, I get to roll 2 dice. Another 1 gone. The medic, however, this is where we lose the game, guys. The medic is in a position where they're going to be attacked. So our gunner, oh, it's the gunner who's there. Not so much of an issue. She's going to use her special ability to basically roll 5 dice and spend no ammo. So, yep, these guys are gone. I was really worried then. Okay, so I think I made a mistake there. I think that should have been the medic there. I moved the wrong person. So the gunner could still have targeted that area because they've got line of sight. So apologies for that, guys. Right, so we got one spawn coming up. 2 southwest. We got 1 supply drop coming in. So 2 southeast, and it's got a 6 in there, so just in time. And we have 1 wolf on each spawn point. Right, toughness is 5 as always, guys. So we're going to take a bit of a risk here. We're going to move into here with our demolitions guy. He's going to use his special ability, fire in the hole. You can move up to 3 werewolf spawn counters from your hex and adjacent hexes. So he's got rid of all 3 of these using his fire in the hole ability. And that's the end of his go. We're then going to put our gunner in here, and she's just fallen off of her legs. Man alive, I can't believe that happened. And this is because when I accidentally dropped her when I was actually building her up, and yeah, she unfortunately snapped off. It didn't come like this. This is all my own fault. So I'm gonna pause in a minute and glue this up. We're all basically moving into here, apart from our medic, who is just gonna hide up in the very top there. And I'll come right back once I've glued on the gunner. Well, here she is. She's back, and she is safe. Okay, so the werewolves move. So we're going to have this guy move into this space here. Then these guys, they're going to go to the noisiest place, I believe. Let's check where they move to. Werewolves hunt by smell, and each moves 2 hexes towards the closest target. Oh, so actually they're going to be headed up that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this case, they're actually going to move to the busiest zone. So they're going to go this way. Okay, and obviously we've got some combat down here to resolve. So we can start off with the survivor as always, because she gets a decent reroll. And we're putting incendiary on this. We need 5 or a 6. Well, we need a 5 or a 6 basically. We got a 4, which gives a +1, which means we've got a 5, which kills this guy off. Okay, next we're going to get the Sarge to do an assault rifle. He's spending 1 ammo on this because he only has to roll. He only has to spend 1. And he got an 8. It's enough to take out this person here. Sarge is then going to use his shotgun. It's going to just cost him 2 ammo to do this. It's point blank, so he can reroll. He's going to have to. So yeah, I can reroll the entire attack here by the looks of it. So that's a 4, so that's a fail. So he misses with that. Okay, we're going to go to our communications officer. They're using their assault rifle. Only need to spend 1 bullet to do this. And yeah, took out this guy here. And our gunner can actually target this space here. So she's going to spend 5 of her ammo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to target this hex here. 5 dice. Hopefully these guys are going to be toast. Yep, so that takes out these 2 werewolves. And that's the end of this particular phase of night. So we go to the next one. We've only got a couple more to survive through. So we get 1 more spawn. 2 werewolves in every spawn with a toughness of 5 each. So this new spawn, please not 1, please not 1, please not 1. It's 3 southwest. So 3 is all the way over there. So southwest, I'll put it over there. Okay, and we're getting 2 on every spawn. And now we're at the point where we've got more werewolves than we'd ever had on the board before. So we're going to move our demolitions guy here. It's going to move into there. We've got a gunner. She's also moving into there. We've got Sarge may as well move into there as well. And we're going to get our communications guy right on the edge there. And our survivor is going to just wait there because you can't quite get all the way in there. And then we're going to get our medic to move here with the colonel. Okay, so werewolves move. So these guys down here will probably, yeah, they've got to go this way. So they've got to go into this, which means they both suffer a D1 attack. So miss and a hit. So one of these guys is taken out by that Punjab trap. Punji trap. Right, so these guys down there, and then these guys up ahead. So yeah, we've got quite a werewolf train going on here, and it's all to play for. We'll start with the survivor. She's going to do a attack into this area. Now, I don't want to do a blast because I'm fairly certain it's going to take out this. It'll attack this place as well. I'm not quite sure how that works. So she's just going to use incendiary on these. She got a 6. So yeah, that takes out one of these guys. We're going to get the demolition to spend 1 ammo to shoot into this zone here. And he's rolling 2 dice. And that'll do it. His assault rifle, it's got a 6 combo on it. But I think because we're targeting the hex, we couldn't then use that to attack anywhere else. So that's gone. And that's the end of our worries this round because the werewolves can't quite get to us. It's night. We've got 2 spawn points. Oof. Yeah, things are ramping up now. This looked like it might be doable, but now I'm not so sure. We've got 1 northwest, which is here and up there. So we've got a spawn point right next to them. Got 3 southeast. So there are 2 spawns. We've got a 1 supply roll, which is handy. So it's on 6, which is all the way at the top there. So we're going to use the passive ability of the communications guide to basically re-roll this. We've got 3 southeast. Now we put 2 wolves on every spawn point. So at this point, it probably would have been good to keep my communication guy's special ability to draw a line and kill all the werewolves in that row, because at the moment it's looking pretty bad. So we're going to move the medic. She's going to move into this area here, and then we have to flip this up, and it's a supply of 3. So she's going to use that straight away, but she can't because she's got a decent weapon as well. I don't know why I'm not using her. So she's actually maxed out with her cards, but we can't really do anything with that supply of 3 yet. And I've run out of supply dice, so oh no, I've got 1 there. So we've got a supply of 3 in here. So I feel like I'm going to move on to this area with the medic. I think it was just 1 movement to move in there and the movement to come back out. Because I can use my sniper rifle to basically attack. We're going to move the gunner into this area here, and we're going to move the survivor into there. Come at us, boys. Come at us. So we get these guys coming up from behind. This guy's in this space. We have this guy here. These guys are in here. These guys there. Right, now these guys are going to be going into this space, so we're rolling a dice on a 5 or a 6. They go, so that one's dead, and that one's alive. And those guys just run across the bridge. Okay, so we might start getting some injured characters now. The gunner is going to do a full volley into her area, but she can't. She does not have enough bullets. She's only got 3 bullets. So she's got to use her last 3 bullets to target the zone she's in. She desperately needed to reload, and I could have been doing that on my turn, but instead I just wasted them by just moving and waiting. Oh, and a terrible roll. So we've able to take out one person. She takes out that werewolf. We are in serious trouble now. Okay, so we're gonna get the. Okay, so I'm fairly certain we can shoot this zone here. There's no trees or rocks or anything there, so we're gonna get the survivor to shoot this zone here with a blast, and hopefully that is going to basically do damage to everyone in adjacent areas. So yeah, so here we go. We need 5s every time. So this one here. So we got a 1. We're gonna roll for this one here. Got a 3. I'm gonna roll for this one here. We got a 3. Right, so she does have point blank though, but that doesn't help her here. So her blast arrow was useless. Okay, so let's get the medic to attack. The medic's at the back there, and the medic's got a couple of cool weapons. She's got a sniper rifle, so she's going to snipe into this zone here. She's rolling 2 dice. Two headshots. Douche, douche. Oh, I've got a slight problem. I've got a slight problem here because it says here the combo on a 6, but I can't tell what is a 6 on those special dice. So do you know what? We're going to redo that, guys. I'm going to put these guys back in because we could potentially get combos here. So she's rolling the dice. Anything but a 1 is a success. And we got 1 success. Okay. Not as good, but I need to be using the right dice for this, otherwise there's no point. Okay, so I've spent hers. Demolitions is going to shoot his assault rifle into this area here. He misses, but I only rolled 1 dice, so I should have been rolling 2. Sorry. So he's got 7 in total, which means he does take out 1 of these guys. We're running out of people. The communications guy hasn't attacked yet, so he is going to use his assault rifle. It only takes 1 to do this, and he's going to target this zone here. And he got a 3. So he completely botches that. They're all just losing it now, guys. The sergeant, it's his turn. He's going to use his shotgun to try to take out these guys over here. He got 7, so he takes out 1 of them. And that's the end of my go, which means the werewolves now attack. Each werewolf attacks the closest target in their current hex or an adjacent zone that they can draw a line of sight to. No roll is necessary. The target becomes injured and is placed on his side. However, if a character is already injured as attacked, they're instead killed. So they're going to injure this guy, her. She is going to get injured, and then she's going to get killed because this guy's attacking her as well. But the medic has a passive ability. She's going to use her 1-shot stay with me, so we don't remove the gunner this turn. We've got 1 more spawn coming on the board. 4 southeast. 1 wolf on every spawn. Okay, toughness of 5. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so we're going to do a free trade with the demolitions guy is going to do a free trade with the gunner. So the gunner has now got the ammo card. I don't feel there's much more I can do here. He's only got 2 bullets left. He can't reload himself. Okay, so we're going to leave him there. The Sarge is going to give 2 ammo over to the... oh, wait, we had to move on that space to trade. So he's moved there and he's traded with the gunner. He's just basically passed over a couple of clips to her. The comms officer's okay for ammo. But the comms guy is going to swap. He's going to trade his tools for the cloth that Survivor has, and then he's going to spend an action to craft a tourniquet. Tourniquet, what am I talking about? Just making up words as I go along here, guys. So tourniquet, and then he's going to activate this to get the Survivor back on their feet. The medic is going to activate. She's going to discard this card, turn an injured character in your hex or an adjacent back to healthy. So the gunner is going to be back up there. And the gunner is going to move back into this space here. So that she's going to be able to... Oh no, she needs to reload. She needs to reload. Come on, Adam. she's going to reload. But not before. Sarge is going to do a quick... He's going to grab the 8 ammo off of the comms guy, move into that zone for an action, pass this over to the gunner. And then it's going to be the gunner's turn. She's going to use that to get 8 ammo back instead. And you know what? The sergeant still had an extra activation, so he's going to use his special ability, one shot fire at will. This is all characters in your hex may fire twice. That might help us out of this, but I still think we're pretty much dead. Okay, so let's move all of these guys. So these guys are going to move in there. He's going to stay where he is. Going to roll for him ending his turn in there. He's fine. Okay, that is what we are looking at. It is not looking good. Okay, it might be hard to tell what's going on there. There's so many people in here. So we're going to start off with our survivor. She is going to shoot into this zone here, and hopefully with a blast thing. And if she gets a 5, we're in luck here, because it basically means she's going to be able to, well, yeah, attack everything. Oh, you beaut. So my understanding of how this works is it basically kills everyone in that zone. Because it's like an explosive. So she kills this entire kind of herd of those guys. Then we're going to have to roll for this hex. Got a 3. Hot roll for this hex. Got a 3. Roll for this hex here. 4. So she did take out a ton of guys for us, but not quite enough. Right, next we're going to get the gunner to activate. She's going to be attacking in the zone she's in. She spends 4 bullets instead of 5 because we've got the sergeant in the same space as her. And we have to get, well, let's hopefully do enough damage here. And that isn't the dice I wanted to roll. Right, so we've got a 6, a 5, a 1, a 2, and a 1. So we got 15, which is enough to take out 3 of those guys. So these three are dead. Okay, demolitions guy is going to attack into this zone here. And he gets to only spend 1 ammo to do this. But he's rolling 2 dice. And he got a 10, which is great. He takes out both these guys. Oh, coming together. Right, so I've used a survivor, I've used the gunner, I've used the demolitions. We're going to use the sniper now. Our good old sniper medic is going to shoot at that zone there. 2 dice, 2 bullets. She also gets combos on 6s. Okay, that's fine. 2 headshots. Ba-boof. They're gone. Right, our comms guy is now going to attack this area here. He has to spend both bullets to do this. And his assault rifle's got a combo ability, so any 6s we get a reroll. But if we get a 6, we've killed him anyway. Needs to get up to 5. 5! Man alive, I am shocked we managed to do that. So the only person who hasn't activated yet is the Sarge. The Sarge is going to shoot into this zone over here with his shotgun. 2 ammo. Oh, and wait, I actually gave them the ability to attack twice. So I could take out some more this time. So the sergeant is attacking into this zone here. And he got a 5, so he takes out 1 of these werewolves. We're going to go back to the gunner, who's going to then attack again for her second attack. She's using her last 4 ammo to shoot into this zone over here. Okay. So she can take out those guys. And no one else is in line of sight, unfortunately. So, yeah, that's the end of that go. And Wales attack. There's no one to attack. So, yeah, they're all good at this moment. We might just do this. We're getting 2 werewolves on every spawn point, so they will be moving. We get 1 supply as well. But I've ran out of supply dice, so I don't think I can actually do anything now with that. Okay, but we're going to be spawning 2 wolves on every spawn point. So all those wolves we got rid of. Okay, so this is what the board's looking like. We've got a bunch more of these guys. They're going to be moving this turn. Do we getting another tourniquet? So the only person's ability we haven't used yet is the survivors to kind of teleport around the board, and we probably aren't going to be using that, to be fair. Okay, so the demolitions guy's going to go first. He's going to place his claymore, and he's putting it there. So when an enemy enters that circle, it's basically going to blast off around this area and hopefully take some more guys out. The medic is going to move into this zone and then move back out of the zone, carrying the demolitions guy with her. We're going to... The survivor's going to move into here and put her grenade trap in there. Our comms guy is going to move into this zone as well. Now, my understanding is they're not going to be attacked by them because these don't talk about removing models. It just talk about removing werewolves. So I think we're safe. But you never know. Hopefully we're safe. The only problem I have is my gunner. She's going to spend an action to get 4 ammo back. I feel like I can do this. I feel like we got this, guys. Famous last words. So that's the end of the go. These guys move towards the closest, which is going to be, well, 1, 2. So yeah, they actually move to this space here. This guy moves into here. So he has to stop where he is. These guys run past here. No problem. These guys end their turns in here so that we've got to roll 4 and a 5. It takes out one of them. These guys are here. This guy's in there. Okay, so this blows up. Oh no, it blows up. We have to roll a 3 dice attack on that hex. Yep, so it takes out this guy. Then this, we have 1. So 4. This one we have 1. Oh, nice. So it took out those guys. Nice grenade trap survivor. So attack in turn now. So we're going to get our little lady over here to do a sniper at these guys. It's going to cost her 2 ammo to do this. She's nearly out of ammo now. And unfortunately, she misses. The demolitions guy, he doesn't have enough ammo to actually use any weapons at the moment. So these guys are basically in danger now. The gunner's turn, so she's going to spend 3 ammo to shoot back up here. So she's going to turn around and shoot over here. We need at least 8. Sorry, we need at least 10. And we got 10. So these guys are both toast. So she turned around and gunned those. We're going to get our lady here to do a blast into this zone. She only gets 1 dice. 4. So she misses there. But then we roll into this zone. 1, roll into this zone over here. 1, roll into this zone over here. 4. So her blast grenade doesn't do anything. Okay, so the gunner only actually had to give around 2 ammo because she's in the same space as the sergeant. Sergeant is going to shoot into this zone here. He's got to spend 2 bullets though for his shotgun. Yep, he's taken out that guy. And they're not going to do any more attacks. The werewolves can't attack, so we're on to the next event. So 2 wolves at every spawn point, toughness of 5. Okay, so that's what we're looking like on the penultimate turn. There's a lot to take in here. So what issues do I have? My demolitions guy has got some ammo, but he needs to reload. My medic is out of ammo too. She's got to basically reload somehow, so she needs some ammo. The comms guy's got some ammo. So we're going to move the comms guy into here. He's going to trade the ammo to the medic. The medic is then going to activate. She's going to use that to get 4 ammo. Okay, she's back up to 5 ammo now. The gun has only got 2 ammo. She could do with some more. So we're going to move... Oh, this is a dangerous game now. We're going to move the gunner into here. And she's going to resupply. So she's going to take the last 3 of those things and hopefully some of its ammo. Some grenades. A transmitter. Add 3 transmitter tokens. This card, place a token into your hex or adjacent. Call in a bomb. Remove all models and spawns from here, from that hex. And a machine gun. Oof. Now I don't know if these weapons come with ammo. I kind of wish they do, because that is ridiculous. So she's got a minigun now, with no ammo to use in it. Okay, so the demolition guy is going to reload. So he's got 2 ammo left. So he's got 3 ammo in total. He needs at least 2 to shoot his gun. We're going to get the sergeant is going to move back 1 to help these guys out. And the survivors is going to kind of stay where she is. The medic, yeah, I mean, it's... Oh, the medic's got another 2 ammo. So the sergeant, let's say the sergeant traded with her, so he's got some ammo, spare ammo, and he can try and get that to the gunner. Okay, so that's the end of this round. So we could just, if we can just hold on, we've got this. They haven't stood on the they haven't stood on that claymore, unfortunately. Well, this is ridiculous. There is so much on the table. And we're going to go for attacks now. The gunner, unfortunately, can only target this space here. She's going to use her 2 ammo to use... Oh, it's 3 ammo to use her... Gunner actually doesn't have enough ammo to attack this round. So our comms guy is going to attack. He's using 1 bullet to roll 2 dice, attack into the same into this zone just here, which is where they're going to be attacked from. And he got a 2 and a 2. So that's not 5, so he isn't able to actually do anything about that. The sergeant's then going to spend 2 bullets to shoot with his assault rifle into this zone here. And he got 6. Oh, it's a shotgun he's got, so he can re-roll that. We're going to re-roll that. 5. Takes out 1 of them. Okay, the demolitions guy spends 1 bullet to use his assault rifle, try and take out some in this space. He got 6 in total, so he takes out 1 of these guys. The medic, the old sniper, she's going to try and tack into this area. So yeah, hit with that, miss with that. I'm suddenly thinking that I accidentally, I may have taken somebody off, and because I didn't get a 5 or a 6. Yeah, I think I may have accidentally forgot that she gets hit with anything. So never mind. We're going to get the survivor now which is an ironic name for about what's about to happen to her. She's going to attack the zone she's in, and she's going to do... No, she's going to attack this place, and she's going to do a blast. So hopefully she's going to use her grenades. Why not? She's going to chuck her grenades into this zone here. And that's enough to kill 1 of them. And then we're rolling 1 into this one. Oh, yep. Into this one here. That's another. And then into this zone over here. Okay. And that, unfortunately, is everybody. So this guy is going to attack her. This guy is also attacking her. So our survivor is dead. This guy over here is going to attack a comms guy. These guys are not able to attack them, so our main guys are safe. So we have done it. We just had to survive. We're getting one more spawn. As long as they don't get into the kernel, we have done this. So we get one spawn, one supply, one orphan everywhere, and 5 toughness each. So our spawn point is going to 1 northwest, which is over here. Perfect to be finishing this off with a spawn point over here. And then we get a spawn, a supply drop, 3 northwest 5. So just kind of where these wolves are. And then 1 wolf on every place. Okay, that is the most we've had on the board. So now the werewolves, well, now it's our turn. So we're going to have to stay here with these guys. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about this. So we're going to move 1, 2. She's running out here. We're moving our gunner into there, and then she's going to trade with the sergeant to get 2 ammo. She's going to use her last action to get that ammo. So she's on 4 ammo now, which means she can use her machine gun, which is pretty cool. So let's have a quick look at our guys. So 2 ammo, 3 ammo for the gunner. Sorry, 4 ammo for the gunner, which means she's going to be able to use her machine gun. The communication guy's got 2, and because he's in the same space as our sergeant, he's able to still shoot. Only spending 1 sergeant, he's got ammo left. We've got the medic who's got ammo, and we've got the dem guy who's got ammo. So all in all, everyone should get to attack for this final turn. As long as nobody gets the kernel, we've done this. So all the werewolves move. He can move there, actually. That would be a decent place. So this guy's going to move into there. Roll for this chap. So that's how the board looks as the kind of ship is flying in, the helicopter's flying in there. Right, so let's start off with our medic. She's going to do a sniper into there. Costs her 2 ammo to do this. Anything that isn't a 1 is a hit. So we miss 1, we kill one of these guys. So that guy is got. Oh, before we do that, sorry, we had a claymore. So I'll remember that roll 1 and a 2. When a werewolf moves in the clay mine, at the end of the phase, remove the trap and any model in its hex. Roll a 2D attack for each of the 3 facing hexes. So these guys are all gone. Jesus, that was crazy. A claymore's taken everyone out. And then I've got to roll a 2D attack for each of the 3 facing things. So it's that one, and that one. But yeah, so we'll do that one first. So 4 doesn't do any damage, and the one with all the models on there, we got a 9, which isn't quite enough to take out everybody, but it takes out one of them. We also did a headshot on, so we'll take out one of these guys. Okay, so you know what? We might actually survive this. Our demolitions guy is going to go next. He's going to aim into this place. It costs him 1 ammo to do so. He's rolling 2 dice. 5 takes out one of these guys. Right, our comms guy, same thing. Assault rifle. Misses. Can't try that again. We're going to get our gunner. She's going to shoot into this area here. She's spending 4 bullets. Spinning her minigun up. Yeah, gone. As a combo, I could keep going with this, but I didn't. So she kills that. Sergeant's going to use his last 2 shotgun shells to shoot into this zone and hopefully kill this guy. And he does. The other werewolves can't attack us, guys, and we have successfully ended with the Colonel in the same place as the helicopter. So that was my gameplay of Full Moon Jacket. Now, straight off the beginning of this, I've got to say, at one point, the gunner miniature broke. Now, I really want to just point out the fact that this game, the miniatures come pre-assembled, they're really good quality miniatures, and they're also not that fragile. The only reason that that the gunner fell apart is because of me, because of my own ridiculous stepping on the miniature accidentally. So yeah, I was able to glue it back. It works fine, and it's nothing about the component quality of this game at all. I could have had any of these games with miniatures behind me, trod on a miniature, and the same thing happened. So it's just unfortunate that happened in this video. But yes, so now I've got that out of the way, let's talk about Full Moon Jacket. So I played this a couple of times now. I played the basic mode to begin with Alex. And the basic mode is essentially what you saw there, but without scavenging. There's not as much you can do in there. I found like supply drops, we tended to try to run to them a lot more. And also there's not as many cards. So it's a lot easier than this version. I say easier, although when I was playing with Alex, we did get overwhelmed both times we played this on the basic mode. They just absolutely swamped us. I think having different characters really does help. Having the ability to get rid of those spawns really helps. If you can't get rid of spawns, then you will get overrun. It's as simple as that. And some of those night cards can really, really just ramp everything up. The fact that all the heroes only have like one hit point and then they're injured and then another hit point and they're dead, that also does lend a bit of urgency to this game, and you've really got to kind of worry about your characters and where they're going to be positioned. There is quite a bit of strategy in this game because you do have to, like I say, worry about where the werewolves are going to go. If you're working as a very close-knit, cohesive team, then you can get this done pretty well, I imagine. But yeah, and the times I've played this, I have yet to win one apart from this one I did. So solo is always a very different experience from playing with other people because other people have their own ideas, their own priorities. Whereas when it's just you, you're a lot more focused on the task at hand. You can also forget a lot of rules as well. So if I did forget anything, then please let me know, guys. If I made any mistakes, let me know in the comments below, and I'll highlight those to people coming in to check this out. So what do I think of Full Moon Jacket overall? So let's talk about the theme. The theme's fantastic. I've not seen a werewolf Vietnam game, and literally, like I said at the beginning of this video, Vietnam werewolf, I'm in. It sounds like a great concept. It's kind of like Dusk Till Dawn, where, you know, spoilers for a very old film, where it starts off as a crime film and then suddenly it's all werewolves everywhere. This kind of feels like it was a war movie and then suddenly it turns into a horror movie, which is fantastic. So I really enjoy the theme. The components, the miniatures are fantastic, really nice. You've got 3 different sculpts for the werewolves, and just using various different shades of brown and grey, you can get some really nice looking miniatures out of them. The actual miniatures for all of the different kind of survivor characters as well, really cool as well. They very, very good detail, and yeah, they look great painted as well. The only thing is, when you get this out of the game box, the werewolves and the heroes are the same color plastic, so it is a bit harder to kind of differentiate between them on the board. I know when I was playing with Alex, a few times we moved each other's pieces because we kind of forgot. And I know at one point, I think in this playthrough, I actually moved the gunner when it should have been the medic who moved. So even when they're painted, I made that mistake. But I mean, that's on me when you're trying to move everything around. All the cardboard and stuff is great. All the card quality is really good. The rulebook is pretty great as well. There were a few kind of nuances in the rulebook which weren't explained as well as I'd hoped. So yeah, I feel like there's a few kind of... It's one of these rulebooks where there's some information, the information's there, but it's well hidden. It's not signposted as I would like. A bit like the Darkest Dungeon game I've been playing recently. Some of the rules, like changing your stances, for instance, is just kind of mentioned in like offhand at the beginning of one of the areas, and it doesn't tell you what to do when you run out of tokens. And I think like this rulebook has a similar kind of thing, so it's got most of the stuff that you need to know in there, but there probably are a few questions you will want to ask when you get to this game. But I just say house rule it however you like. As long as you're having fun and it's not breaking the game, then, you know, what's the harm there? So that was components, that was about theme. Gameplay. Basic mode is very basic. This is something you could play with your kids. This is something you could play with people who aren't really into heavy kind of board games. And that's great. That is really good. It's a really good kind of starting point to teach people about moving around, and yeah, this kind of game, it's got a very low bar for people coming into this, which is fantastic. The medium kind of setting, which is the one I was playing today, which was the survival mode, I think it's called. Yeah, it's a good sweet spot because there is a bit of strategy in there. There is a bit of luck where things are going to be dropping. You can mitigate some of that luck with some of your character's abilities. There's a bit more going on with scavenging and then trying to work out who can do what and trying to get people together to kind of combine the different kind of tools and wood and things like that to actually create crafted items. That's pretty interesting. Like having a crafting mechanic is pretty good. So yeah, so that's good. You've got line of sight in there as well, which adds a bit of kind of complexity to it. And then nightmare mode is just a lot harder. So the gameplay wise, I think there's enough in it for you if you are into kind of medium weight games. It's on the lighter side of medium weight games, in my personal opinion. If you are getting this game because you want like a realistic war game with a kind of like, I don't know, just like a realistic, really heavy kind of game, this isn't the game for you. This isn't one which is really going to like kind of light your world up. But if you were looking for a kind of medium weight game on the lighter side of medium weight, that you can play with a bunch of people and have a really fun evening with, then this is definitely a game that I think it sits in that kind of level. That's definitely a game that you could get and have a great time with. To me, is this a buy, play, or avoid for this? Well, I think you know from the offset when I said Werewolf, Vietnam, I'm in. This is definitely a buy. I don't have anything else in my collection like this. And for me, when I've got lots of board games and I want to find different kind of things to scratch different itches that I might have on a particular night, or I've got a friend coming over who's really into werewolves or really into like Vietnam stuff, then yeah, like I'd be like, great, I've got a game that actually kind of fixes this. And also, I don't really have many werewolf games. I don't even own the game Werewolf. So yeah, it's pretty good to have something that isn't vampires and isn't zombies. Definitely good to not have something that's zombies because I've got so many zombie games. So yeah, just having a werewolf game, pretty cool. It also comes with a bunch of extra bits in there as well, some extra scenarios, a campaign book as well. So there's a lot of content in this for you, and this is definitely a game you'll be getting out again and again. So yeah, it's definitely a buy from me. Is there much else to say? I don't think so. If you did spot any mistakes, then please let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching the video. I've been the ever excitable Adam. If you enjoyed this content, then please like and subscribe to our various different social medias, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, you name it, we're probably on it. And until next time, guys, stay safe or die rolling.